Hello YouTube, this is Fan12 and I'm not doing a review in Twilight, I'm doing a review on the Vampire Diaries. If you guys are not familiar with the Vampire Diaries, I'm going to give you a sneak preview right now. This is the Vampire Diaries, the book, and it's The Awakening.
September 4th. Dear Diary, something awful is going to happen today. I don't know why I wrote that. It's crazy. There's no reason for me to be upset and every reason for me to be happy, but here I am at 5:30 in the morning, awake and scared. I keep telling myself it's just that I'm all messed up from the time difference between France and here, but that doesn't explain why I feel so scared, so lost. The day before yesterday, while Aunt Judith and Margaret and I were driving back from the airport, I had such a strange feeling. When we turned onto our street, I suddenly thought, Mom and Dad are waiting for us at home. I bet they'll be on the front porch or in the living room looking out the window. They must have missed me so much. I know, that sounds totally crazy. But even when I saw the house and the empty front porch, I still felt that way. I ran up the steps and I tried the door and knocked with the knocker and went on.
So yeah, that's a sneak preview of the book, Vampire Diaries. I'm just going to a thing on the Vampire Diaries. I can tell you guys about the Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries to me sounds very cool, very different, and very I don't know, very majestic, really cool. So I wanted to take a shot at reading it, and I didn't get the book yet, but I read some of it online, and it already makes me want to think I want to read it. So yeah, it's really cool. But I have to read it before you can actually see it. It's like one of those things. It's like you never would know. It's expected. But it's different from any vampires. In this one, they don't sparkle. In this one, it's morally fade over everything. So, yeah. I'm also reading a bunch of books back there, so I'm gonna get my books, I'm gonna put this back there, and I'll let you listen to more of the Vampire Diaries.
Judith unlocked the door and burst inside, just stood in the hallway listening, expecting to hear Mom coming down the stairs, or Dad calling from the den. Just then, Aunt Judith let a suitcase crash down on the floor behind me and sighed a huge sigh and said, "We're home." And Margaret laughed. And the most horrible feeling I've ever felt in my life came over me. I've never felt so utterly and completely lost.
So yeah, that's all you can get. You can get this from, I got this from barnesandnoble.com, and you can just type in Vampire Diaries. So the book I'm reading right now are of course, I'm still reading Twilight. But now I'm starting a new one for school. I'm starting Vampires Love Blood Spell. It's actually like a real vampire thing. It's more like the vampires dress up like real vampires. It's not like anything like Twilight at all. Except there's vampires, but the vampires really suck blood, and there's really no good or bad vampires. So, yeah. My teacher told me I should read this. It's called 15. The back of the book really sounds really cool, and I love those little hearts. And I have this book, New Eclipse, but I'm not gonna read it because I have to read New Moon first before I can get to Eclipse. So yeah, and pretty soon I'm supposed to be getting New Moon on DVD and the Vampire Diaries. So yeah. Oh, quick little reminder: Vampire Diaries are on every Thursday at I think 7 to 8. I don't know, but yeah. The Vampire Diaries really sounds really cool, and I would really recommend if somebody actually, read it. There's also a new one called First Bite, or Vampire Kisses. All this, it sounds kind of weird, like, oh, I'm gonna have my face killed. No. So, just going to a vampire. There's also a new one. It's called the Vampire Library, which I just found out, and it's one of the best things ever. There's all these vampire stories you can read about, and yes, Twilight is on here. Yes, Vampire Diaries are on here. But there's also like I'll give you one. The Vampire Saga. Wait a minute. Let me see. The Vampire Flies, Vampire Kisses, The Vampire Academy, Twilight Saga, the Tremit Vampire series, the Southern Vampire series, um, the Savannah Vampire. I mean, these all sound really cool. Something I would actually read. Like, here's another one: the Noble Dead Saga, or New Tales of Vampire. I would totally read it. Especially this one that looks really cool: Midnight Romance series, vampires. So really, this is something you guys should check out. It's called www.vampirelibrary.com. I'll post a link in the sidebar right here saying Vampire Diaries. I mean the Vampire Library. So yeah. So I guess I have to go now, and I guess tell make another video or something like that. But I want to make sure you guys know about this, and also get this little thing. I went to a website, Barnes and Noble, and I'll put that one also on the sidebar on this side. So see you guys later. Bye.